He wanted £75, which is a lot of money. It was only about 10 quid cheaper than the one that was for sale in the shop, brand new, but he wouldn't shift on it, and I dug out the 75 and gave it to him.
Jeff Beck is an English musician, songwriter, composer, film score composer, and actor who's famous for being a guitarist of the English rock group called the Yardbirds, and founder of his own group known as the Jeff Beck Group. Jeff has also worked as a solo artist and collaborated with several artist groups. Furthermore, Jeff is one of those rare musicians who've been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame 2 times. In 1992, the musician was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as the band leader of the Yardbirds, and in 2009, he was inducted as a solo artist. Jeff also formed the band called Beck, Bogert, and Appice, and Rolling Stone magazine ranked him number 5 on the list of 100 greatest guitarists of all time.
People that I really was drawn to, from rockabilly to the 60s, Hendrix and even Ravi Shankar, who twisted everything around for me.
If you enjoy these videos, please remember to hit the like button, as it does help us out a lot. And comment below who your favorite celebrity is that you'd love to see in an upcoming video. His full name is Jeffrey Arnold Beck, but he's also known as the Governor and guitarist. He was born June 24, 1944 in Wallington, Surrey, England, United Kingdom, making him 76 at the time of this production. He stands 1.78 meters or 5 feet 10 inches tall. This musician has appeared on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine 3 times, and the magazine describes Jeff as one of the most influential lead guitarists in rock. The star sign of Jeff Beck is Cancer. This famous musician is also a seasoned mechanic and is often seen building his own vehicles. The musician loves classic Ford hot rods and performs much of the work on the exterior as well as engines of his cars by himself. He once worked in a car body shop when he was a teenager. In 1969, Jeff sustained significant injuries, including a fractured skull due to a car-related accident. The color of Jeff's eyes is blue, while his hair is dark brown. He weighs 73 kilograms. The guitarist is also working in the Folly Wildlife Rescue Trust as a patron. As a teenager, Jeff also worked as a decorator and painter. He also worked as a groundsman on a golf course and a car paint sprayer. Back in 1963, he married Patricia Brown, and later in 1967, the couple divorced. During his stint with the Yardbirds, Jeff was romantically linked to Mary Hughes. He's also dated Sandra Cash in 2004, Celia Hammond from 1968 to 1992, and Jenny Dean. He also had encounters with Sable Starr, Laurie Maddox, Dee Dee Keel, Wendy Moore, Heather Daltrey, and Lucy Overall. Back in 2005, Jeff married Sandra Beck, and the couple still lives together in Waterst, East Sussex.
Club in London.
Yeah.
But because it was so dark in there and they were all prismatic, that psychedelic lighting.
Yeah.
They could have changed personnel every day and you wouldn't have noticed.
Born at 2006 Demesne Road, Wallington, he was the son of Arnold and Ethel Beck, and the guitarist used to sing in a church choir when he was 10 years old. The famous guitarist attended Sutton Manor School and Sutton East County Secondary Modern School. The musician has revealed that he was impressed by Les Paul as an electric guitar player, and Jeff first heard an electric guitar at the age of 6. At that time, he heard Les Paul playing How High the Moon on the radio and asked Ethel, his mother, what it was. When he was told that this was an electric guitar, the musician said, "That's for me." Jeff Beck could not afford a guitar, so he would learn to play on a borrowed guitar. Furthermore, the great guitarist even tried to build his own instrument. Jeff would try to create instruments by gluing and bolting cigar boxes for the body, and he used an unsanded fence post for the neck. When the musician left school, Jeff attended Wimbledon College of Art. When Jeff was a teenager, his sister Annetta introduced him to the famous guitarist Jimmy Page. Jeff had started playing with different groups while he was attending Wimbledon College of Arts. In 1962, he played with the Screaming Lord Sutch and the Savages when the group recorded Come Back Baby. And then in 1963, Ian Stewart introduced Jeff to R&B, and Jeff formed the Night Shift. During the same year, he also joined the Rumbles as lead guitarist and played songs such as Gene Vincent and Buddy Holly. In 1965, he joined the Yardbirds when Jimmy Page recommended that he could be recruited to succeed Eric Clapton. He played with this band for 20 months, and during this time, the Yardbirds recorded most of their top 40 hit songs. Jeff recorded 2 solo songs for Mickey Most in 1967. Later, Jeff formed the Jeff Beck Group. Rob Stewart, Ronnie Wood, Nicky Hopkins, and Ainsley Dunbar were part of this group. They recorded 2 albums for Columbia Records. In 1969, the musician teamed up with Carmine Appice and Tim Bogert. However, due to a car accident, this plan was postponed. Appice and Bogert formed the group Cactus. During the 1970s, Jeff had regained his health and again started his own band, the Jeff Beck Group. In 1971, they released their first album called Rough and Ready, and the second album, known as Jeff Beck Group, was released in 1972. The trio, Beck, Bogert, and Appice, was also formed during the 1970s and dissolved in 1974, before the second album of this group was finished. Jeff released his solo album Blow by Blow in 1975, and in the 1980s he made a series of historic live appearances, such as the concert The Secret Policeman's Other Ball. He also appeared with Clapton on Crossroads. In 1989, the musician released the album Jeff Beck's Guitar Shop. The guitarist had a higher musical output in the 1990s, and he played the main solo of the title song of Blaze of Glory, released in 1990. Jeff recorded the popular album Frankie's House in 1992 and Crazy Legs in 1993. In 2001, the guitarist won his 3rd Grammy Award due to the track Dirty Mind from the album You Had It Coming. On April 16th of this year, he released a new single in collaboration with Johnny Depp to cover the song Isolation of John Lennon. During his career, Jeff has won 6 Grammy Awards for Best Rock Instrumental Performance and has also won Grammy Awards for Best Pop Instrumental Performance.
The fact that I'd actually turned up was a signal to them that I'd actually committed. Not the case. I'd already agreed to do the Blow by Blow album. It was all set.
The majority of Jeff's income comes from the albums as well as singles he's released with his bands. The guitarist has also performed in a number of live concerts and has added a hefty sum of money in his account. He's also earned money through his career with the Yardbirds as well as his own band called the Jeff Beck Group. Moreover, his musical tours are also another source of income for this musician. As a solo artist, Beck released the album Blow by Blow, which peaked at number 4 in the charts and was extremely profitable for the musician. And in 2010, the guitarist earned $123,000 from the album Emotion and Commotion. He also makes money through merchandise, and fans can purchase several products from his official website. You can buy Jeff Beck hoodies, Jeff Beck long-sleeve shirts, Jeff Beck vintage car t-shirts, and Jeff Beck coffee mugs from his website. Jeff Beck's total net worth is $18 million. Jeff lives in a country estate known as Riverhall. This property is located in Waterst, East Sussex. Jeff owns the following cars: a 1963 Chevy Corvette split-window coupe, a 1932 Ford Deuce Roadster, a 1932 Ford Deuce Coupe, a 1932 5-window coupe, a 1932 3-window coupe, a 1947 MGTC, a 1963 Corvette Stingray, a 2007 Chevy Corvette.